Yo dudes, what's up? This is PlanetKeef, I'm Keef, and today it's episode 38 of the weekly vlog thing, and it's the first one of 2022. Yeah. 2022. Well, I don't know. I'm suffering from first week back syndrome because, well, I'm just worn out by all the frivolity and stuff of the festive season. So anyway, I'll get over it, I expect. Good news, my sister, you'll recall from the previous episode, had tested positive for COVID and was suffering from it for 2 or 3 days and is now better. So that's good news. And we'll be going over to see her in the coming weeks, or weekend, on the sunny east coast of Yorkshire, which is beautiful at this time of year, honest. So again, this vlog thing isn't organised into days because things might have happened on specific days, but I didn't write them down, so I don't know. And basically it seems that most of it happened on Saturday and Sunday, so yeah. But before Saturday and Sunday, I was in a charity shop and I came across a copy of the River Cottage cookbook by Hugh Fernley Whittingstall, which is a bit of a legend in its own lunchtime, but I've never had a copy, so anyway, it was only a few quid, so I got it. And there's a brilliant recipe in there that caught my eye for lamb baked in hay. It calls for a big chunk of lamb, which we're kind of not financially up to right at the moment after all the excesses of the previous few weeks. So I thought of chicken, and I looked around for chicken recipes, and Tom Kerridge has got one, which I'm not going to do exactly, but he puts cider in it, which I think will make it a bit weird. You never know. I mean, basic idea, you've got your cast iron cook pot. Did you see my cast iron cook pot that I got for Christmas? I'm loving it. So you fill that with straw and you chuck a chicken in, a whole chicken, put the lid on, bring it up to heat for about an hour in the oven, and then take it out and let the residual heat finish cooking the chook. But I'd like this one to be tested before throwing it out into the world. So there will now follow a very long treatise on hay. I know we've got a bag of hay because we bought it in the summer along with a bag of straw to insulate the strawberries. You know, you put the hay or straw under the strawberry plants, it lifts the fruit off the ground and stops slugs getting to them and stuff. Yeah, so that was literally in the bag, no need to worry about getting hay. But thinking about hay, it reminded me of a story from when we'd first moved to Madrid. Since about the mid-80s, there's been this thing in the UK called the Hay Festival, and it's nothing to do with vegetation that you feed your animals. It's to do with books. It's a literary festival, and it started in Hay-on-Wye, which is in Wales near England. And this little town or village has a lot of bookshops for some reason, a lot of old-fashioned proper bookshops, and it's away from the city. It's a nice jolly in the country. So yeah, somebody started this festival and it took off like a big thing. And in fact, it's so successful has it been that there are now editions of it in about 20 places around the world. And one of them is Segovia, 20 kilometres north-ish of Madrid. So when we moved there, and I saw that the Hay Festival was coming up, and we'd started learning a bit of Spanish, and there's this verb, hay, meaning there is or is there. So you could say hay festival, as in Hay Festival, but in Spanish, which would mean, is there a festival, or there is a festival? Which, I don't know, it tickled me because I'm stupid. So, I wanted to go around, go to Segovia and say, "Hay festival?" And they'd say, little stupid red-faced Englishman, yes, there is, there is, the Hay Festival. Nah. So we did go to Segovia while that was going on and completely missed everything. Because, yeah, if you ever get the chance to go to Segovia, it's a World Heritage Site and it is damn beautiful. So don't miss it if you get the chance to see it. Okay, back to England the other day. I was getting ready to do this hay-baked chicken, and I was looking around for the hay and I couldn't find it. I looked in the shed, I looked in the greenhouse, I looked in the kitchen. Yeah, so I asked the missus, and she says, oh, no hay. She got rid of it because she put it in the compost because, you know, once we'd used it for the strawberries, then all it is going to be, wherever it is rat food. It'll make very nice compost, but it did mean I had to get some more. So I did. Right, so that'll be, well, I'm testing it, and we'll see what happens. And you might see a video at some point in the future. Sunday morning, I was awakened by beams of sunlight coming through the window, and I thought, this is good. So I jumped out of bed. It was really early, about 10 o'clock, and made some breakfast and devised a plan that we would go somewhere and we'd do some walking-ish kind of thing. And I decided that I wanted to go and have a look at Meanwood, which is on the north perimeter of Leeds, or the northern edge, because I've never actually been there, and you know, it's supposed to be a nice place, and it has a Waitrose. It's the only Waitrose in Leeds, which is, you know, England's or the UK's probably poshest supermarket chain. Yeah, if you want posh stuff, that's where you get it from. So I thought it was about time I figured out where it was and what they've got, and is it useful to me? And it is. Fantastic cheese counter. We got some Colston Bassett Stilton, which is, we had a chunk of that in the Christmas cheese parcel from our son, and we both loved it. It's excellent Stilton, really, 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 really nice. So they sell that, so we got some, and some other stuff. Anyway, that was that. But as far as the walk-in was concerned, it got called off because by the time we'd actually got our bottoms in gear and got moving, it was almost midday, and the sun had gone, the clouds had come, it was cold and a bit breezy and not pleasant. So another time. And finally, in the previous edition, I fixed a few things, and this weekend I had a few more things to fix, one of which I've been trying to ignore. It's the washing machine, because the last time it was used, over a week ago, it was making horrible clunking noises as it span, which sounded desperately serious. So I was just turning a blind eye because, yeah. Anyway, I decided that what we should do is just give it a test run, empty, to see what's what. So we did, and absolutely nothing wrong with it. So I don't know if that proves or disproves anything. The other thing that needed mending was our knife block, which we've had for a few years, and it's worked very well. It's a metal cylinder, and inside it's got this dense silicone brush, basically, and you stick your knives in between the strands, and it's worked marvellously. It's been working marvellously up until a few months ago, when some of the strands have started to get tangled and, you know, they're not straight, and it becomes harder and harder to shove the knives in, to the extent that I couldn't get them far enough in to get the blades covered, so that was a bit dangerous, and also the handles were sticking up above the bottom edge of the cupboards, the overhead cupboards, so that was a risk of the whole thing getting knocked over. So I've looked at alternatives, and I thought a quickish fix would be to 3D print a top plate, get rid of the brush thing, and so this top plate just has slots in it that are the right size for the specific knives that we use. So I did that. It worked first time moderately well, and as always with a prototype, that's why you do a prototype, so you can find out what doesn't work. So that will be fixed in the coming week. Anyway, that was the first week of the year. Not particularly brilliant one. Things can maybe only get better. So thanks for watching, and see you next time.